Hi, I'm the Artsy Crafter. Today I'm going to show you how to make this exploding card for Father's Day. Now I have 14 different templates, so there's something there for Dad, Grandpa, Uncle, brother, and friend, of course, anything that you can come up with. 14 templates. Make sure you print on legal size paper, which is 8.5 by 14. And it's called the exploding card because take a look what happens. You hand that to a loved one and then they open it up and look at that. Everything explodes and it's a beautiful, fun creation. All right, stay tuned. I'll show you how to put it together. Okay, I think we're ready to start putting things together. So the first thing you have to do is choose your base template. Remember, it has to be printed on an 8.5 by 14, which is legal size paper. Otherwise, your product's not going to work. I chose a base template for Dad, but you can see in the file, there's Dad, Grandpa, Uncle, Brother, and some generic ones that you can make for anybody in your life. First thing I want you to do is color everything. So you can see I started to color. I'm going to walk away for a minute while you do your coloring and we'll come back and we'll compare. Okay, you're back. So it must mean you've colored everything. So let's just do a quick compare. Look at, I used purples and greens and yellows. What color did you use? Now the next step, I want you to take your scissors and I want you to cut all the way around the outside edge of your template. So come on back when you have that done. All right, you're back. So it must mean you've done your cutting as well. Now we're going to fold. If you want, you can have a ruler handy if you think that'll help with your folds. But let me show you a nice, easy way. So you can see all the dashed lines I have, right? Do you see all the dashed lines? So those are the lines we're going to fold. Why don't we start here on this diagonal line? So it's easiest just to pick it up and fold it the way you want it. Now right in the middle, on that dashed line, pinch it. And maybe over here, pinch it again. So do you see how I make sure it's nice and accurate? Then I can just run my finger along that pinched edge. Do you see that? Or if you want, you can put it down now and just continue to slide your hand down that edge. Now, I want you to fold every line back on itself. So all that means is take it now and fold it the other way. Just pinch it, and again, that's the easy one. Run your hand on it, okay? So you have one line done. Now let's do the next diagonal line. So do the same thing, pick it up, pinch it. Let's see, that one's a little bit off there. So just roll it with your fingers a bit. Pinch it. So do you see that? I've pinched it. I'm happy with that. Now you can put it down. Just run your fingers along the edge. And pick it up and fold back on itself. So I've done 2 diagonals and now I have this vertical line. So we'll do the same thing here. Pick it up and pinch it. So I'm happy with that. And you can put it down. And then again, fold it back on itself. So pick it up. Fold it over. So I've got one side done. You go do the same thing to the other side. And again, the more you flex those folds, the easier it's going to be. All right, you go do your folds and I'll be back. Okay, the next line I want you to make, and there is no dashed line there, but right down the center here. Okay, so we're going to make 2 more lines down the center of that section. So what I would like you to do again is pick it up and then you can try and find the center. I've already done this one. Pinch it Make sure those edges are lined up, and then you can put it down again. See how I'm a little inaccurate there? So slide that over. There we go. And I've got that line done. And then turn it back on itself. Good creases. Let's do the same on that side now. I want a line right down here. So pick it up, try and fold it right in half there. So I can see that point. Do you see that? And then it's probably easiest if you lie it down. You can line up that side. You're at the point, and just with your finger, make a crease there as well. Turn it back on itself and fold it again this way. All right, you go and make sure you have all your creases now, okay? So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 more on this side. All right, you come back, and then we'll put the final steps together. Okay, now this is the tricky spot. So what you're going to do now is basically we want these 2 lines to come together and those 2 lines to come together. So I find it easiest to rotate it this way. And what I'm going to do, I want this point basically to push up to the sky. So I'm going to angle that down and angle that down. And do you see how that starts to come up? If it doesn't on yours, then I want you to go back and just recrease all your folds again. And so this should come forward. Again, do you see how that point is coming to the sky? And then I'm going to put it down, and I'm going to crease with my fingers really well. Okay, and then I have this flap here that can come out on this side. So you see how that starts to come together now. You want to go try, or do you want me to show you again? I'll show you this side now, okay? So same thing. I want this to come up to the sky. So I sort of hold it on this side right here. Okay, and I start bringing these 2 down. Do you see that? If it's too hard for you to do it, you can do one side at a time, but I think it's easiest if you try both sides. Just see how you get that flexibility, and then what you're going to do is just tuck those together. Put it down and give it a good crease, and then you can bring that forward as well. All right? So I know I've already creased it, but do you want me to show you one more time? Again, I'll go back to the first side. This needs to come up. So turn it this way and take a hold on either side here of these creases and start pushing them down. And you can see once you've done it once or twice, you see how that just nicely pops up, and then you can do your creases. All right, you go give it a try. Rewatch the video if you have to. Come on back when you're done. Okay, I'm hoping you're loving your exploding card so far. So this is what mine looks like so far. So again, I'm just going to tuck those edges in and put that side flat. I'll tuck those edges in. And put that side flat. You can hear crunch, crunch, crunch with the paper in the back, I bet. So let's take a look at the back and see what's going on there. So if I turn it over, you see I have 2 bits sticking out. Just tuck those in. Recrease with your hands. And look, it sits perfect. You want to write a little message to your loved one? Now's the time to do that. And look, it stays together. There it is. You can hand that one to your father, your grandfather, your brother, your uncle, any loved one, and they'll get it and open it up and look at how it explodes. Pretty cool. You know, I'm going to go make one for Mother's Day as well. Stay tuned. I hope you love this craft. I have so many other options available on my site. Come on back and have a look.